Good morning, friends. As you just saw, we had some really sad event happen this weekend, and I will tell you more about that in a little, well, it'll be a little while for me, but it'll probably just be a couple minutes for you. But I am in the car, as you can see. I'm on the way to town. I've got to get my nails done. They look terrible. And now that I'm working with the public, I don't want them to look terrible. So I've got to go get my nails done today. I'm actually in my dad's car, and that's another whole other story that I will explain when I get home. But I didn't want to run to town without at least checking in with you this morning. It's going to be a busy day. When you work outside the home, even part-time, it totally changes your days off. But I'll talk to you more about things. I'll chat with you in a little while. It'll just be a few minutes for you, or maybe a few seconds, or I'm not sure. I'll be back. All right, guys, it is already 12:30. It took longer at the nail spa than I was hoping it would. And yes, I'm vlogging and driving, but don't worry, I'm not taking my eyes off the road. I just wanted to get on real quick and check in with you. I'm gonna run home, and I have to pick up Travis and zip out again because we were able to get him a car. I don't remember if I mentioned that in another vlog. I think I did, that we were on the hunt for a inexpensive car for him, like a starter car, and we finally were able to find him one. And it needs to be, the title needs to be transferred, and it needs to have plates put on it. So we need to go to the BMV to do that. And so I'm going to zip home, pick him up, go do that, return my dad's car to him, and then we will sit down and have a chat. And I'll explain what the world has been going on with me the last few days. Wow. Days off take on a whole new meaning when you're working. All right, guys, I better get off here so I don't wreck my dad's car. And I'll talk to you in a bit, probably another hour or two. I'll be back on. Okay, friends, back home. Finally got all of my running around done. It's 2:30 already. Like I said, I came home, grabbed Travis. We went to the license branch, and we were going to transfer the title and get plates for his car. And come to find out, they will not give you plates unless he has insurance, which I was planning to do that today anyway. So we got the title transferred. I had to come home, call the insurance company, get him and the new car added to our policy, which seemed like it took forever. He was actually talking to Travis because Travis is getting added and it's his car. So while Travis was talking to the insurance guy, I ate some lunch real quick. Then we jumped back in the car, ran back to the BMV. Thank goodness it's not that far away. And got the plates. So done. All done with that. Thank goodness. So let me tell you what happened with Reinhardt. For those of you who don't know, Reinhardt was my dad's goat. He was born on this property, and he was my dad's goat. As time has gone on, all of my dad's other goats have passed away, and we didn't want any more goats. My dad, a few years ago, he had some health issues, and he started getting some mobility issues, and it was just physically impossible for him to do chores anymore and to take care of his animals. So all of my dad's animals, we basically inherited them. So Reinhardt, in all intents and purposes, became our goat. We started buying all the feed for him, and Travis was the one who cared for Reinhardt, went out and took care of him twice a day. And in fact, Travis is the one who named him because up until this point, he didn't have a name. So anyway, Friday morning, Travis went out to take care of Reinhardt, and he was perfectly fine. He came running out, excited to get his food, and gobbled up his food just like normal. Saturday, I had a lot to do, so I didn't really know anything about what was going on. But apparently Saturday morning, when Travis went out to do chores, Reinhardt wouldn't come out of the barn, which was very unusual. So Travis took the food into him, and he did eat, but he wasn't acting right. But Travis didn't say anything to me at that point. Well, then a few hours later, Travis went back out to check on Reinhardt, and Reinhardt was down. And so he came back in the house. Travis came back in the house, and I was down in the basement at my computer, and he came downstairs, and I could just tell by the look on his face that there was something wrong. And I said, immediately, "What's wrong?" And he said, "I think Reinhardt is dying." And I'm like, "What? He was fine. What? What do you mean you think he's dying? What's going on?" He said he's down and he won't get up. And so I went out, much as I didn't want to. I went out to check on him, and sure enough, he was down, and he was trying to get up, and he couldn't get up. And very soon after that, he passed away. We believe he had a stroke because of the way he was acting. Like half of his body was not moving. He was kind of twitching, and almost like half of his face wasn't really moving. So it was a blessing that it was very sudden and he did not suffer. It was just within a matter of hours that he had the stroke, and then he died. So we had to go out and dig a huge hole to bury him, and it was way too much for Travis. He couldn't do it. He was too attached to Reinhardt, and he was just too emotional to deal with it. So Scott and I and Olivia went out and dug the hole. Now, I didn't do very much digging because, as you know, I have a really bad back, and once the hole got us to a certain depth, I couldn't do it anymore. So it was mostly Scott and Olivia. And so we buried him right out in the barn lot where he was born and spent his entire life. So then I went over to tell my dad what had happened, and I said, "Dad, how old was Reinhardt?" Olivia is 19, and she's like, "I don't remember a time when Reinhardt wasn't there." And so, but I couldn't remember. I had no idea. So my dad was thinking back because he didn't keep any written records, but he was thinking back, and to the best of my dad's recollection, Reinhardt was 20 years old, which is very old for a goat. He had lived his life, and he had a very happy life, and he was a funny goat. He was an uncut buck, but he was not mean at all. He did not have a mean bone in his body, and we gave him respect because he was an uncut buck, and he weighed 200 pounds, and he had huge horns, but he never once ever tried to be aggressive. Even when he had a doe in heat, he was not aggressive at all. So he will be sorely missed. He just added something to the property. We will not be getting any more goats. We're just in a time of our life where we just need to downsize the animals that we do have, and so we won't be getting any more. So my dad has had goats on this property on and off for, I would say, close to 50 years. And so Reinhardt was the last of a legacy, you might want to say. Starting to get a little emotional, so I need to stop. Need to stop talking about him. But anyway, I wanted to do a little remembrance of him at the beginning of this video. So that's that. What else? My job is going really well. I'm enjoying it. Yesterday was well, I didn't work a full week because I'm only working part-time, but last week I worked 4 days, and this week I'm going to be working 3 days. And so yesterday was my 5th day, and it's going really well. My boss told me that I'm learning quickly, which I feel like I'm not learning quick enough, but she says I'm doing really well and that I'm doing better than okay, and that I'm learning quickly. So that's always nice to hear from your boss. So that's going really well. Like I said, I went and got my nails done, and I will insert a picture of those here. I got them a little bit fancier with the accent nail this time. And after I got done with my nails, I ran into Dollar Tree. I just needed to pick up a couple of things, and so I'll show you what I picked up. It's nothing really exciting. They're starting to transition out of fall into Christmas, but they don't have all of their Christmas stuff yet. They're rearranging the store, so it was kind of a mess, but I did need to run in and get a couple of things. So let me show you what I picked up at Dollar Tree. So like I said, it wasn't much. I really went in to get some Thanksgiving cards because I want to send some Thanksgiving cards to a few people. So I picked up some Thanksgiving cards, and that was the main thing I went in to get. But I also needed to get some more face wipes. I like these Bolero face wipes. I like to use them in the mornings, like before I put my new makeup on. Sometimes I still have just a little bit of like eye makeup on, mascara and eyeliner, and so I like to use these to just get the last bits of that makeup off. And I needed some more of those. I saw these there, and I thought I would give these a try. They're single-use rinse-out care cream for your hair. And what I'll do is I'll put one of these on my hair at night, and then I'll wrap it in a hair wrap and leave it on my hair all night. And then in the morning I'll shampoo and condition as usual, and it makes my hair really soft. So I picked up some of those. Picked up some AAA batteries just because we needed those. And then at the checkout they had these boxes of peach Cheerios there, and I thought, I'll give those a try. And this is a full-size, family-size box for $1, and you can't beat that. And that's it. That's all I picked up from Dollar Tree. So even though this has been an incredibly busy day for me so far as vlogging goes, there's not a whole lot of content. But like I was saying, I alluded to earlier in the car, things change a lot when you get a job. They change a lot. My whole entire schedule of things changes. And yeah, when you have a day off, it's like I have to pack everything into those days off. Like this week I get Tuesday off, which is today, and I try to do my vlogging on Tuesdays, so that works out well. And then I get Thursday off this week. And Thursday is when I have to go do my grocery shopping, so that's going to be a full day. So as far as getting anything done in the house, it's hard to get things done. Thankfully, Olivia has been very helpful. She's been doing a lot around here. She cooks dinner every night that I have to work. And in fact, she's helping to plan the menu plan for this week, because in the next 2 weeks, I will be working 7 days out of those 14. And so she is going to be cooking those nights. So that is very helpful. I come home from work and supper's sitting on the table waiting for me, and that's really nice. And she also will do things around the house. I tell her every day before I leave for work, if you see something dirty that needs to be cleaned, clean it. And she's been really good about doing that. So that's great. But I think what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to do like a total house tidy up, because things are just a mess. There's things everywhere. So I'm just going to go ahead and stop talking now, turn this camera around, put this on fast speed, and give this house a quick tidy. I also almost forgot to tell you why I was driving my dad's car. So much has been going on. My brain is flying all over the place. Friday, the minute Scott drove in the driveway, which I guess is A good thing that it was in our driveway. The exhaust went out in his car, and so it sounds like a race car now. Well, he can't drive that to work because of noise ordinances and stuff. He would get a ticket. So his car is up on ramps in our driveway waiting on a part that he ordered that is supposed to come either today or tomorrow. And so he has to drive my car to work. So in the meantime, so that I can get to work, and because I had so much errands to do, or so many errands to do today, I am borrowing my dad's car. For us, whenever it rains, it pours. That's for sure. Whenever it rains, it pours, and we get overwhelmed with things happening all at the same time. And then once all those things get fixed, it levels out for a while. But we know if one thing bad happens, at least two more bad things are going to happen. Because the third thing that happened was Travis's car just has a few minor repairs that need to be done on it. And one of those things is it needs new shock absorbers. Absorbers. That's how you say it. Shock absorbers. Well, we ordered those parts. They came. Scott went out to put them on. Come to find out, one of them was correct. The other one was not. It had the correct label on it that said it was the right size, but the actual shock that was in the box was not right. So he had to return that, and now we're waiting on that. So Travis's car, he can't drive it yet. Scott's car, he can't drive. Mine's the only one that's driving right now, or on the roadworthy. So, but hopefully by Thursday, when I have to go grocery shopping, I can use my car and I won't have to borrow my dad's car again. So that's the update on the cars. So let's get busy cleaning this house up. This side I am not even going to worry about right now because after dinner Travis will load the dishwasher and all of this will go away, so I'm not even going to worry about this right now. Olivia made cookies last night, chocolate chip cookies. They're so good. Last thing I needed in the world was chocolate chip cookies, but Olivia makes the best chocolate chip cookies. They are so good. But yeah, all of this, just pretend you don't see that. That's not there. That'll be gone. And I'm not going to deal with it. It's the kids' job. So, okay. I think I've got the house pretty much straightened up. So I think I'm going to go ahead and work on my menu plan so that I can start getting my grocery order ready for Walmart and Kroger. And the way I do it is I just write down 1 to 14. Let me get a pencil so I can erase if I need to. So I write down 1 to 14 because there's 14 days in 2 weeks. So for the first 2 days, I always just write leftovers because I don't cook on Sundays. Sunday is we eat and clean out the refrigerator. Everybody fends for themselves type of thing on Sundays. So then I had Olivia write down 7 things that she's going to be fixing while, because I'm going to be working 7 nights. So I'm going to go ahead and transfer hers over here. She wanted spaghetti, Korean meat, homemade pizza, ratatouille, but ratatouille is a vegetable dish, so we're going to have some kind of a meat with that. So probably some kind of chicken, so I'll put chicken on there. Tacos and breakfast burritos. So now I have to think of 5 more things that I want to make for the nights that I'm home from work. And I am not sure what that's going to be. Let me think about that for a minute and I'll bring you back when I have some ideas. Okay, so I think what I'm going to put on here is chicken and noodles. Some kind of a soup, maybe white chicken chili. I haven't decided yet. I'll figure that out. A crock pot meal, which I'll look through my crock pot cookbook and decide on that. Sausage pasta. That's a really easy meal and everybody likes it. And meatballs and mashed potatoes. And so what I do is I have my old menu from last time here so that I don't duplicate meals. That way we're not eating the same things all the time. All right, well, that's our list, and now I'll have to do some shopping online to make sure we have all the ingredients for this. Fill my orders for Thursday. Many of you were asking me or commented on my last grocery haul about whether the liquid smoke worked for Lucy, and she's going to bark this whole time because I'm fixing her supper, so hopefully that doesn't bother you too much. And the answer to that question is no, the liquid smoke did not work. She absolutely despised it. So what we end up doing, I just happened to be looking on Chewy.com, and this is the food that we feed to Sally. Now, one of these little containers is 1 serving. In this whole serving, it's 8% protein. On Lucy's special kidney support food, 1 serving is 11% protein. So what we have been doing for the last few days is been giving Lucy half of a container of this mixed with a small handful of this kidney support food. And so it's not even 1 serving. What she's been getting is not even 1 serving. So, and half of this is 4%. 4% protein plus a small handful of this is actually less than 11%. And she'll eat it. Now, the only thing different is that all of the mineral levels I'm sure are not kidney friendly in this, but the main thing you have to watch is protein. And at this point in her life, if she's going to eat this and it is still within under the 11% protein restriction, we're going to feed it to her. And at this point, it is working. So these are Sally and Lucy's bowls. And yeah, they look dirty, but that was just from breakfast. Their bowls get washed quite often, very regularly. So I'm going to go ahead and just put about half of it in Lucy's bowl, the other half in Sally's. And then I just take a small handful of her kidney food and I mix it in really, really good. And she eats that dry kidney food that she doesn't like. She eats it without any trouble at all. She'll lick this bowl clean doing it this way. See, she really likes it. And it's actually giving her more energy because she's actually eating more and she's less wobbly than she was. She was really just not doing well at all because she's so stubborn. That's one thing about dachshunds. If you didn't know, dachshunds are very stubborn. And if it was something she didn't want to eat, she wouldn't eat it, even if she was hungry. She could be barking, sitting there barking for me to feed her. And if I put something down and she sniffed it and was like, nope, that doesn't smell good to me, she wouldn't eat it. Absolutely refused. And she had dropped some weight and we were really starting to worry about her. So this is what we're doing, and she still gets her subcutaneous fluid every day, and so she's doing really well. For dinner tonight we are having cheeseburger and French fry casserole. And we're starting off with 2 pounds of ground pork. Now, if you can eat beef, I would recommend beef for this, or any kind of ground meat. I do pork because that's what we have, and because I can't eat beef. So you're just gonna go ahead and fry this meat up. I'm going to add some dehydrated onion and garlic to it. My onion. And garlic. And once this is all browned up, if I need to drain it, I will drain it. Sometimes I need to, and sometimes I don't. It just depends. So when this is all fried up, I'll bring you back and show you what you do next for this yummy casserole. When the meat is all fried up, you're going to pour it into a 9x13 pan. And I didn't drain it. There was a little bit of grease, but not bad at all. And then to this, you're going to add 1 can of beefy mushroom soup. The recipe called for golden mushroom, but I didn't have any. So we'll just do the beefy, which will make the pork taste a little bit more like beef anyway. And it also called for a can of cheddar cheese soup, but I can't do that because of the dairy factor. So instead I'm going to add a package of Olivia and my dairy-free cheddar cheese. The entire package. Then you mix this up really well until it's all combined, and then you're going to top it with French fries, and I happen to have steak fries, so that's what I'm going to use. So you top it with fries, put in the 350-degree oven for about 50 minutes or until it's bubbly and the fries are nice and golden brown. When it's ready to come out of the oven, Scott is being a dork behind camera. When it's ready to come out of the oven, I'll bring you back and show you what it looks like. So it's fresh out of the oven. As you can see, it is still bubbling, boiling hot. And it's going to be really tasty. All right, friends, I think I'm going to end this vlog here. Thanks so much for spending the day with me. It's been a very busy day for me, although it probably doesn't seem quite so busy to you. But I hope you enjoyed this vlog. I hope you've been enjoying Vlogtober. I have been enjoying it, and yeah, look for a Q&A video coming up really soon. This is the last call. I'm going to be filming that Q&A video very soon, so if you have any dying questions for me, leave them in the comment section below. All right, friends, we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.